So back in the day, we did not have internet. We did not have, I'm talking about 93. 93, you're all youngsters, probably most of you were not born or just born around that time. So there was no internet. There was no, we did not have any form of online communication. So I cannot prepare for an interview watching a YouTube, or I cannot connect with anybody who's going to coach me over the phone and all of that, all right? So Coach Slayer, hang in there. We are going to come back to you, but let me answer this question first. So here's what happens. I see this ad in the newspaper, and as soon as I see the ad in the newspaper, it is for a company, and I was applying for a marketing executive's role, right? So the first thing what I did was I wanted to find out who are in my network who are doing that particular role. So even before I applied for that role, I had set my target that this is the kind of job what I'm going to apply, which is for a marketing executive in a training company, which was called as Brilliance, right? So what I did was one of my friends who was working for another company who was doing a similar job, immediately I reached out to him and I said, hey, help me understand what this industry is all about. What is it that they're going to ask me as questions, right? In this particular interview. So I got to know everything about what the industry is, training industry. What are they going to ask in the job interview in terms of questions? How do I respond to the questions? And I just graduated from school that day, but I had a lot of information in terms of how to attend the interview. So the moment I walked in, the first thing what I heard is like, as soon as I entered, I saw some very familiar faces. So, and the second thing is, I knew what exactly they were going to ask because I got all the information from one of my friends who's working in a similar industry and what kind of questions they were going to ask. So that helped me really prepare and get all the nervousness off. So the key takeaway is, and the best part is when I went into for the interview, the folks whom I'm seeing, most of them were my school seniors. So that made the job even easier. So there are two key takeaways, Ayappa. First and foremost, whenever you're attending an interview, make sure that you connect with somebody who is doing a similar job. It could be a friend, colleague, friend's friend. Ask them, hey, what is this industry about? What are the kinds of questions? What are they going to ask? And how is it that we can, how should I respond to those questions? Get a person to coach you, right? So when you have that kind of an opportunity, somebody coaching you, you can crack the interview in a breeze. And the second and the most important thing is, before you go ahead and get into the interview, it is very important to research on that individual on LinkedIn, because they could be your school alumni, they could be your college alumni. So the moment you get in, you can strike a relationship, strike a conversation. Hey, I am from, I studied in Bishop Eber as well. I studied in Jamal Mohd College as well, and I studied in IIM. So immediately you form a camaraderie. You are able to build a relationship, and that eases the conversation. So that gives you an opportunity to crack the interview.